G'day everybody, my name is Elliot Waters and you're listening to the Dysregulated podcast. As always, thank you for tuning in. Today's episode, just a little check-in on how things are going here at the intermediate stay mental health ward. There's been some medication changes, which I'll go through shortly. And I also was just interviewed by ABC Newcastle. I'm going to tell you how stressful that little exercise was to me. But before we get into that, if you're enjoying the show, feel free to like, subscribe, give us a great rating and share it around with your mates. And you can follow me on Instagram at elliot.t.waters and you can follow the show at thedysregulated.podcast. So medications, let's have a look. So we all know that I've been on clomipramine and we're obviously aware as well, if you've listened to the latest episodes, that I'm on lamotrigine and quetiapine for sleep. So there's been an additional dosage, 2 dosages of pregabalin, Lyrica, which I used to be on previously. And for the next 4 days, I am having 2 milligrams of lorazepam at night as well to try and fix my terrible, terrible sleep. So it's funny, I woke up this morning and I felt like I was flying. I don't know if it was the Lyrica from the night before or if it was the lorazepam from the night before. But today has been a very flying, floating sort of day. And you can probably hear it in my voice too. I'm a bit croaky and it's a bit lower. That's a side effect of benzodiazepine use. Because just before I did a interview for ABC Newcastle, and which went okay, I think. I could have done better, but I think it was all right. But I had more lorazepam just to calm the nerves so I could do the interview in full and not, stress out and have a panic attack on air. And the good thing is it helped and we got through the interview unscathed. The only problem is, though, I think we're having a bit too much of these benzodiazepines, lorazepam and Lyrica that acts in a similar way. At the end point, at least, it feels similar. So today we've been very doughy, and, like my thoughts have been there, but they've been slow, and it's been hard to get them out verbally as well. So this, although, I'm not anxious, I'm not depressed, I actually feel pretty good, but this is not sustainable because I need to be sharp and my verbal IQ needs to be right up there and my ability to get my messages across. And that's the thing. Pregabalin, Lyrica, and benzos like lorazepam, they just dull you down. They do. They dull you down. They do a good job and they are definitely needed in many cases. And at the moment, I do need them. But this is not a long-term fix. That is for sure. But yes, I did the ABC interview. It went reasonably well. Last time I did an interview with them, it was derailed by my horrendous dry mouth. So I was really prepared, had lots of water, chewing gum, really ready to go and make sure the dry mouth issue didn't come to play this time. So that's good. I think the interview was okay. I didn't get a chance though to promote the podcast on the radio, which is a shame. I should have done that. I should have done that right at the start. But I was waiting for an opportunity to do it and it just didn't really come up. So anyway, not to worry. Maybe they'll Google my name and then it comes up with the podcast and they'll listen to it that way. That'd be good. What's also exciting today, so it's 20 to 2 as I'm doing this episode. At 3 o'clock, I am seeing my psychologist again for the first time in months. And I'm so excited. I really, really am because, the medications for me can only take me so far. What's really going to add to my life and enrich it and make it a life worth living is the psychological therapeutic interventions. And that's why I'm so excited to be going back to the psychologist because we're now going to start getting to the real core stuff, the things like poor self-esteem, the inner critic, things like that. We're going to really go hard at that and see what we can come up with. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'll probably do an episode after my first psychological appointment to see what the plan is and let you know what we're up to. So I'm very excited. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Just a few medication changes that are making me a bit spacey, but we'll manage that hopefully. And yeah, that's probably it for now because I really got to get ready for this psychology appointment. I'm so excited. All right. Thank you everybody for listening and I'll see you next time here on the show, the Dysregulated Podcast.